Somewhere today, a student will open an AI paper, read three sentences, and quietly decide this was written for people much smarter than me. That student may be completely wrong because by the end of this video, you will not understand every equation of an AI paper. Of course, you will understand something more important, whether research is a word you are allowed to enter, and the first question you should carry inside: so who is AI research really for? A recent Nature paper gives us an unexpected way into that question. The researchers created a system called co-scientist. A scientist begins by describing a research goal in ordinary language. Then several specialized AI agents search through existing knowledge, generate possible hypotheses, challenge one another, rank ideas, and refine the strongest direction. It sounds almost like a room full of researchers debating through the night, except nobody needs coffee. This system was tested on biomedical problems involving acute myeloid leukemia, liver fibrosis, and antimicrobial resistance. Researchers used it to develop possible scientific hypotheses. Experts reviewed the ideas, and selected hypotheses were tested through laboratory experiments. At first, this appears to be a story about AI becoming more capable, but now look one level deeper. Before the agents, before the rankings, before the laboratory, there was a question: could an existing drug be useful somewhere unexpected? Could a different biological target lead towards a treatment? Could a hidden mechanism explain how antibiotic resistance spreads? That is the first reveal. A research paper does not truly begin with technical language. It begins with someone noticing that something could be better. A disease could be understood better. A model could use fewer resources. A system could become safer, faster. A process could become accessible to more people. The equations arrive later. The human question comes first. I'm Hamza. I'm a founder, a PhD candidate, and a researcher in responsible AI. I work where research has to leave the paper and become something useful, efficient, and trustworthy for human. And after spending years around research, I can tell you something reassuring. Experienced researchers also make sentences that need to be read 3 times, occasionally 4. Some abstracts seem determined to use every difficult word before breakfast. The difference is not that researchers experience no confusion. The difference is that they have learned not to treat confusion as an instruction to live. That brings us to the second reveal. Expertise is not only what you need before entering research. Research is one of the places where expertise is built. Researchers begin with incomplete knowledge. They form a question, they search, they make assumption. They discover that one assumption was optimistic, sometimes extremely optimistic. They revise the equation, and slowly uncertainty becomes direction. That process is not evidence that they do not belong. That process is research. Another recent project makes this especially clear. It is called Paper Mentor. So it was designed to give early career researchers actionable feedback while they are writing research papers. The system uses several specialized AI agents to comment on areas such as terminology, phrasing, and consistency, but the writing remains with the human author. Think about what that means. People already participating in research still need guidance. They still improve through feedback. they still develop judgment through practice. The research community is not divided into two permanent groups: people who understand everything and everybody else. It is filled with people at different points in the same process of becoming better. This matters because many students wait for a feeling that may never arrive. They think, I will read paper after I understand the field. But papers are part of how you begin understanding the field. They think, I will ask research question after I become confident. No, but confidence often appears after you begin asking the questions. So you do not become a swimmer while standing beside the water, and you do not become comfortable with research while keeping every paper safely inside a bookmarks folder. Your safe papers collections may already be conducting research without you. But there is another side to this story. AI systems can now search literature, explain terminology, suggest hypotheses, review writing, and reducing much of the friction around research. That is genuinely powerful, but reducing friction is not the same as replacing human responsibility. So, for example, like a co-scientist was designed around scientists guiding the goals, adding constraints, reviewing proposal, and selecting what deserved experimental testing. Paper mentor leaves the actual writing to its human authors. And another 2026 study tested tens of thousands of ideas produced by AI research agents. It found that those ideas tended to remain closer to existing literature and more concentrated than human research directions. That is the third reveal. AI can expand how quickly we explore, but human curiosity still influences where we explore. AI can produce possibilities. Human judgment must decide which possibilities matters. AI can search thousands of doors. Someone still has to ask which door is worth to opening. Yeah? And that someone does not always have to be the most senior person on that room. Maybe a student notices a problem that an established researcher has stopped seeing. A builder may recognize that a strong laboratory result would fail inside a real system. A person living with a problem may ask a more important question than someone observing it from far distance. Different experience creates different equations, and science advances through questions it has not asked before. This is also where the human consequences appears. When AI helps scientists reach a testable biomedical direction sooner, the meaningful result is not simply a more impressive document. It may mean less time spent deciding what to test next. It may help researchers examine possibilities that would otherwise remain buried inside years of literature, but those possibilities still require expert review, carefully experiment, and evidences. A promise hypothesis is a beginning. It is not a treatment. Research becomes powerful when curiosity and evidence continue together. So, who is AI research really for? It is for experts, but it is not only for people who are already experts. It is also for people becoming experts. For students who have found a question they cannot ignore. For builders who want to understand why a system works before placing it into the real world. For curious people willing to say, I do not understand this yet, but I understand why it matters. You do not need permission to open a research paper. You need curiosity, and you need also the patience. You need enough humility to let paper change your first opinion. That is already a valid beginning. After this video, choose an AI paper. Do not try to finish it. For now, read only the title and the abstract, and then complete this sentence maybe. So this paper is trying to make dash blank better for dash, and I want to understand dash next. So these dashes are the blank. That is all. One paper, one human question. Share your sentences in the comments. I want to see what questions people from different backgrounds, universities, countries, and fields discover inside the same world of research. Because today we open the door, but then the next problem appears. You entered the paper and suddenly there is an abstract, related work, methods, equations, experiments, tables, figures, appendices, and approximately 17 places that all look like the beginning. The door is open, but there are too many corridors. So where do you actually begin? That is what we solve next, because belonging gets you through the door. A map keeps you from getting lost.